Hello and welcome back to Pokemon Silver. In the last episode, we saved the director from the basement, and now we're taking on the last of the rockets inside the radio tower. And there was a section in this tower a minute ago that, and by a minute ago I mean 2 videos ago. But if you use the keycard right here and go ahead and challenge this grunt. Why did the shutter open? Well, good to know that these guys have terrible broadcasting skills. Alright, after battling this guy, and in case you haven't noticed on a few of these guys, yes, they move back to their original spots because I heal in between those battles, and because I get pretty hurt pretty bad. So, I'm gonna go ahead and battle both of these grunts, or at least this grunt. The Team Rocket Fortress? Never heard of that. Oh, this is actually an executive. So yeah, it's actually an important battle. He's sending out his bird against my bird. And I actually have a cartoon I was writing that has a scene particularly close to this, where I have a bat battling an eagle. What does an eagle have to do with an owl, you may be wondering? Well, the 3 of them happen to be connected in a way. Yes, that made total sense. Critical? That wasn't even a critical. I may be in trouble. Oh wait, no I'm not. Because Golbat attacks first. And yeah, I'm gonna do the smart move. And trade into Blossom, everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and go into Steelix. This is something I was kind of worried about having Steelix on my team, is that it's going to be someone I switch into a lot because it's a very defensive Pokemon and normally pretty good. And while I could have switched into Corsola and had the same effect, I didn't. I chose Rocky. And that's something I'm very worried about happening a lot. However, I thought this was actually a pretty good switch because not only does Rocky resist the flying portion of Golbat, but it's also immune to the poison side. And it's getting just as much flinches as anything. So it's not like overpowered, but it still shouldn't be a first resort. It should be more of a last resort. I should have really switched into Coral. However, I just didn't think about it in a moment. And Rocky grew to level 32 on this guy. I should heal it in between these battles. However, I'm not going to do that. The fortress came down. You've earned my respect, so here's some advice. It's not too late. You can still turn back. I just wiped out your whole freaking army. And took down your fortress. Why would I turn back now? Speaking of not turning back, I know that this is going to be a grunt. Okay. Hoo-hooey, use fly! Fly, you hoo-hooey! Fly, fly! Wow, hoo-hooey. Thank you, Critical. You actually were helpful. And here's another thing. I could have easily used Reflect against that Golbat and not have worried about the Wing Attack. However, in the instance, I was afraid of Wing Attack actually finishing off Hoo-Hooey, so yeah. I guess this point was actually mute. Which, actually, inside the recording, it will be too. Shook, 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 shook. Acid. Oh no, no chance of poison, but may lower defense. Worst poison move ever. Use Fly. It's super effective. And Hoohooey grew to level 30 in that battle against the Grunt and not an executive. And Oddish is down. They're so useless. Alright, with that Grunt down, go ahead and talk to Mary here. Meow, help me. Meow. Hey everybody, I'm on the radio. Oh, no papers. No, nothing over here at all. I can walk over here, but there's nothing there either. Alright. Well, I'm gonna go heal real quick. Alright, and with every Grunt and every executive taken care of... Shoot. Alright, well, here's yet another battle. Let's see if you're an executive. Hey, little boy, remember me from the hideout? So this is definitely going to be an executive. Yep. And, you look like the mom from Home Alone with your Arbok. I remember this, Arbok. I meant to hit hypnosis. Blah, blah. I meant to click on hypnosis. However, this will be fine. Glare is a move that paralyzes, which actually renders Fly pretty much inept. Hey, executive. Remember Coral? Yeah, the one that rolled over you? Shoot. Shoot! I guess you do remember. Alright. I'll tell you what. We'll call it an even... Oh. I might be in trouble now, because I'm locked in with poison. No. Well, we're gonna see how this goes. Alright, Coral. So whatever comes out next should get a pretty bad headache. Wow. Alright, so let's go over my options. Hoohooey's paralyzed, so Fly is not going to be doing too good. Angelite is water, so it's not going to be doing too good. Blossom only knows Absorb, and that's not going to be doing too good. And Vileplume is actually resistant to Poison Powder. Rocky would do pretty good, Charcoal would do pretty good, and Coral doesn't stand a chance. I'm going to go ahead and go with Charcoal because he makes the most sense. Go Charcoal. Go Flame Wheel. And with that, Vileplume should hopefully go down. Yes. And Vileplume, the one thing that can stop the Coral from rolling. Along with the many other things that have stopped Coral from rolling. And, so once again, with the poison, I'm not going to chance Coral going out. I would say Blossom has not seen a lot of use as of late, which is kind of sad. I'm sorry to say, but Grass type has just not been a super effective, well, member. Nightshade does a consistent damage compared to the level, so this will have done 32 damage. And Spark is super effective, so it should do all the damage. And just like that, Angelite wins again. And with that, the executive is down. Alright, with this final executive taken down, if there is only one trainer left, and if I win, that means I do not have to go up this tower again. Of course, if they win, in the time it takes me to walk back down again and walk back up, Giovanni will probably have rejoined Team Rocket and take over the world. Right? Meet Houndour. Remember when I was talking about how there's only a couple of Pokemon that are fire type and any good? Meet the second one. You want to know the problem with Houndour though? This is the only time you're going to meet Houndour before the end of the game. Yeah. Houndour is reduced to a post-game only Pokemon. And for that reason, you cannot realistically put it on your team. If this Pokemon was a pre-end game Pokemon, I actually would have put one on my team. Instead, though, I only get to see one through defeating it through Huhui. And, I want to send out Blossom, but everything's just super effective against it lately. I mean, I guess I could have used it against Seal. That would have been pretty smart. Use Iron Tail. It is very unfortunate that Houndour is a post-game, and the thing is, I don't understand why. There's not many fire types before the end of the game, and all of them are all Kanto region, so there's no reason why Houndour should have been after the game is done. It just don't make sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, Houndour and his evolved form, Houndoom. I did not mean to stay into this one. I could very much go down. Oh yeah, this damage is gonna be pretty bad. Look at that. Look at that damage. I mean, that was against my Steelix, and it was super effective as well, which if I was still Onix, that wouldn't have been as super effective. But yeah, Houndoom is one that you would one fire Johto Pokemon, one fire type from the Johto region you would actually want to consider putting on your team. And they don't give it to you till the end of the game. To put into a comparison, there is another Pokemon, oh, just barely not over half. There is another Johto Pokemon that is post-game that is absolutely terrible, and that's Magcargo. Who is yeah, Coral just one-shot that Houndoom. And just barely didn't gain a level up. I mean, that's like ridiculous. Forgive me, Giovanni! It was up to the task after all. Like Giovanni before me, I will disband Team Rocket. Goodbye. And that's that. Team Rocket is done. They're finished. They're gone. You will never see Team Rocket again. And also with that, you get the Silver Wing. So, yeah, at that, that's pretty much the end of the Team Rocket and the... Man, about time that guy stopped talking. He's pretty much giving you your next objective, but I didn't want to go over it just yet. But I want to finish my topic on Houndour, where it shares a position with Magcargo, who is absolutely terrible, and one I would say is the single worst fire type in the game. Being so weak and so slow, you'll be lucky to have that thing survive a turn against anything. And you get the Pink Bow, which raises normal type moves, which would actually be a good move item for Huhui. I don't understand why Houndour has to be in the post-game when they have so many Kanto fire types in the pre-game. Like in that area where you get Vulpix and Growlithe. There's no reason why that shouldn't have been Houndour. There's not a reason at all. I mean, other than Houndour being so good, but that's just because in this game, its types complement each other really well, kind of like Lanturns, and definitely would have been a Pokemon I'd put on my team if it would have been available. With that, however, we received the Pink Bow for all of our efforts. I'm just kidding. Even though the Pink Bow is indeed a really good move item, and I should have given Huhui the Amulet Coin, The true item that for completing this has been the Silver Wing. And with the Silver Wing, we'll be able to unlock a special event in the next episode. So, in the next episode, we are going to go ahead and see what the Silver Wing can do for us. See you guys. Well, actually, now that I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and go to Cyanwood City. And, yeah, I will see you guys then.